Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay, I think that's all the same. I think that's all the same as from the demo. But yeah, I assume we won't be seeing that here's the demo pop up. So let's see. Let's see what's old. Let's see what's new. Let's see if I can remember how to not get stuck. Oh, so excited. Okay, we go 50 steps. The mountain is still outside. The fountain is still outside. We're gonna leave the outside for now. We're just gonna let it sit. And yeah, the ladder is still here. Yeah, open on the event of my death. Yes, welcome to my Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could be further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. So that's the one thing, right? In the demo, it was like you have 4 days because it's the demo. How many days do we have now? What is the reasonable timeline we're being asked to do this in? With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. Yes, no tools brought to the estate from outside, you cannot take any tools, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of the stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it's very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on successes of the previous day. Except we know that's not all there is to it. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even now I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. Yes, all of the luck. We're going to need it. Okay, yes, we have the blueprints. Okay, we have the steps instructions. We will know this already. A step every room. If we run out of steps, we pass out immediately. It's time to draft for the very first time. Let's see what rooms we start with. So we have choices. There's the bedroom, the closet, and the hallway. The hallway is easy. You get doors. The closet is the are you greedy for items. I think bedroom's better later. For like a pass-through room. I think it will be embarrassing if I get stuck day one. So I think doors. I think doors are my first go. Even though hallway might be better later. But you know, I have to start somewhere. Yeah, a closet will fit in nicely in the corner though, so we can put that there, get some items. We get the sledgehammer, so hopefully chests will be happening, and we get 1 dice. 1 die, that's the word, I think. We get 1 reroll. In case we... Oh! New content right away. There is a note. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. But now, if you remember the demo or played the demo, then you will know that red nose have certain properties to them. So we're going to take a note of this, but also use it wisely. So yeah, doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Or are they? Interesting. So I wonder we're going to be finding more of those notes around. Okay, not good rooms for this configuration, because we're gonna cut this corner here. I think spare room makes sense here. Yeah, usually there's nothing here unless you have other things in effect. I think they've updated some of the room art, maybe, because they look a bit different. Or they just made them more detailed. Okay, I think bedroom here, because we can turn into that corner so it's not empty. Oh, there is more items we can greetings from Reddington. There isn't a second side to this, but maybe there will be something to do with it later. A picture that also I don't remember it being in the demo. And she's wearing a moon necklace. The picture of the moon is something we'll be seeing later. Now, one of the things that I was taking a note of in the demo, but then it didn't go anywhere, is the chess pieces. I do wonder if that's one that will be something, or it's just the devs throwing in some red herrings. But yes, chess pieces everywhere. What do they mean? I'm just like trying to soak everything in from here. Is there any new things hiding? Like there's the hand pointing down. It was there in the demo as well. Yes, does it mean anything? Does it take us anywhere? Okay. So the game is insistent we cut off this little corner here. I think pantry then, so we can continue up. We get an apple. And we get some money. And yeah, we get the letter about the fruit that gives us steps. Each one gives us different amounts, so we should be on the lookout. This is also one of the places where another thing that I noticed in the demo, but it didn't lead anywhere, is something, but I am leaving it at this for now. Okay, nothing on those shelves now. Yes, now we have to be looking everywhere because clearly there are little elements that they've not even had in the demo, so I have to remain vigilant about everything. We can go corridor, parlor. I don't think bank room is a good idea here. Is it time for a puzzle? Let's have a puzzle. Let's see if I can solve this, because it's been interesting. Yeah, the name in the note is written weird. I know. Why would you do that? Why would you write a name in the note like that? It's the same word. So yeah, remember that. Remember that for later. And I say that in a, I know it adds up to something, but in the demo you couldn't use it in any way. So I also don't know. I just don't know what the actual result is of us solving that. Yes, this is the explanation for the puzzle here. Dear Herbert, it was great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we have been in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write you with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play. Yes, the rules are there will always be at least one box with that displays only true, at least one box which displays only false, and only one box has the prize. The 2 are always empty. So that means, one true box, one false box, and one box there is always either true or false. And that last piece of information is also important because that means the way you interpret the clues can never leave you ambiguous, right? If a clue is pointing to the gems could be in 2 other boxes, then that means, clearly there's something wrong with that. Like, in the end, the answer needs to be definitive. Let's see, the gems are on the desk. Well, they are not on the desk. To confirm, no gems. So this one is false. The gems are in this box. Maybe. The gems are on the floor. Well, I'm gonna go with they're not on the floor, but, just to be clear, not on the floor. So the 2 side boxes are lying, and therefore this box is the true box, and we open it, and the gems are in here. We did it. We passed the first test in the parlor. What we have... Well, we don't want a dead end, I think. I think then it is, even though it does waste a door. Unless, I mean, we do still have 2 paths of the entrance hall. So we could just plonk a dead end here and be like, let's not waste a door. Maybe the nursery makes sense, like, considering we're on based steps. Maybe adding steps is not a bad idea. Especially that, we still have options from the entrance. So I think I'm gonna go with the nursery and leave the den for somewhere where we have more door options. So we're up more steps now. And we get our gem refunded, so that's nice. And there's the book about the Red Prince. Not the BluePrince, the Red Prince. Our nemesis, the Red Prince. Yes, there was a Red Prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies, and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. Its only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. He never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues what we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toe to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Yes, the book is recursive. What does it mean? Does it mean anything, or is it more about the kind of story behind the game, where yes, the red and blue seem to have a bunch of meaning to the kind of underlying situation narratively? Okay, back to the entrance we go and see what else we're gonna be finding. We've got the kitchen, the corridor, and a nook. Not, again, great configuration to be turning from. I think the nook here. We get a key. I don't want a kitchen yet. It's too early to be buying food. And we get the key. Nothing here. Of course, like, we have the sledgehammer, so the game is like, chests? What are chests? We don't give chests out here. And yes, a journey noteworthy. Yes, you should take notes. Perhaps more fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. So remember that name on the note that was written weird? Similarly, the word beside here is the same font. What could it mean? What could it mean? I'm excited to find out, because I don't actually know. Okay. Well, they really want us cut off here. I guess we're going to the commissary. Okay. So what we have here in the commissary? Pretty sure this arcade wasn't here before. It's not interactable right now. Like, we can't do anything. We may have to, like, plug in some electricity or something. And there is a water cooler. We may need a drink at some point. Okay, so, well, I mean, we can't afford any of this. But for reference, the shovel is in the shop. So if we have any particular feelings about digging, we could get the shovel from the shop. Or the metal detector when we get more money. And we've got this staff notice, that people have to use the electronic clock-in thing on the computer. And the terminals are in security in the laboratory. And there's a password that's scribbled out. We're gonna have to get some means to see the password. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. And there will be a sale on day 20 and 21. Now, I assume that means, now that we're not in the demo, things like day 20 and 21 are a possibility. Okay, where we go from here? The drawing room? I think the drawing room is good here, because, we don't lock off the corner, and everything else would be a dead end. So we spend our gem, and we go to the drawing room. Now, any notes? Like, there's the tutorial for drafting, which in this room we can redraw if we don't like it, which is nice. Now again, take in this picture. Could be something important on it. Okay, let's do the corner first. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, we don't have the gems for this baby here. The bunk room is 2 bedrooms and we have the nursery, so it's gonna be 10 steps. And there's usually double items or double chest in there. And we have to check in on the hamster. So I think the bunk room is a great corner piece. Hi, hamster. Oh, thank you, devs. I mean, it's still too small of a cage for the hamster, but I'm glad there is food and like some other things in this, because it was quite sad in the demo in here with just like empty stuff. So any drawers and stuff, they're not an interactable item. So the only things are, there's loot left on the surfaces, and sometimes there are chests that you can open. That's the only way to open something. Like all of the little boxes and whatever, they're not Turtles of Vare. And some game console. Trinsdale Mystery. Double chess pieces. And yes, the hamster also has bunk beds, because it's a bunk room. Can't be having single beds here. Hey, little dude. You doing okay? You've been here for months. Like, who's looking after the hamster when no one's here? Okay. Yeah, there is a reading here. Yes, today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he's not as much fun as my friends. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he's at camp. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Who put gems on the box? Who knows? Mysterious people. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. I mean, there is staff that works in this house, right? Like, there are specific staff and they even have names, but they say, like, while we are here, the staff is supposed to be off-site. But somehow, they left us things Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my mother airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I'll make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. I don't need presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me, and today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book even though he is older. He's a crybaby. Yes. Kids, siblings, am I right? Just nightmares. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do. I honestly have no idea how we survive sharing a room. All things being said, I wouldn't have it any other way crossed out. I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home. So that's just them teasing each other. It's interesting that they would have lived in this humongous mansion that can have 45 rooms, but they had to share a room. Like, no, we can't have separate rooms. We need rooms for puzzle rooms. Can't go to sleep here. We have to sleep outside. There's a stream outside. That's the front of the house. Okay, well, let's go up from the drawing room and see what other rooms we're gonna be having. Okay, well, we don't want a dead end, so I think West Wing Hall will be perfect here. Okay, oh. Staff notice, June 15, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Like if any staff may draft something. Okay. Not sure if it's important when she died, because I don't know, like it might be, it may not be. I did prepare a notebook for any scribbles I need to do, because you never know when things will be important in such games. Like, you know, you walk around and you're like, it's not important until it is important. Okay, so we can look back over the commissary. I think storeroom makes sense. We can grab the loot, and yeah, none of the other ones really work well with the doors here. So we get a coin, we get a key, and we get a gem. Now we can go to the shop now, and we can buy either the shovel or the metal detector. I mean, I like both those items, honestly. They're both been quite good in the demo. Oh no, we can't buy the metal detector. We can't afford it. I think a shovel might be nice, because there are usually rooms where we can dig. So I think we're gonna get ourselves a shovel, just so we're ready for any digging. And I think I'm gonna go back to the entrance hall and see what we can get through this tunnel we have now formed. Okay, well, the only thing that goes up here will be the corridor. It's a bit of a waste of the always unlocked property, but that's what it will be. Again, this is like day one. I'm trying, not to stress about the perfect layout, but I'm also stressing about the perfect layout. Okay, well, they really wanted us locked off here. Okay, well, since it's gonna be a dead end, and we're still good on steps because we had the nursery and bank room, I think we're gonna stick the lavatory here so that we don't have to see it pop out anymore, because it's quite a common room and it keeps... Well, we've already seen it in so many drafts. And we're not even gonna go in there because there's nothing in there, just a waste of step. Okay, back to the hallway. So our last door, so hopefully it will be good. Okay, then here is good. Not chapel. We'll leave the chapel for later. We'll get the den. Get a gem, get some doors. Okay, anything new in the den? Just the clocks clocks all over the place. Not seeing any notes, not seeing anything else right now other than another chess piece. That was already there in the demo. Okay, let's keep in this row first. Courtyard or dining? It's a bit low for dining. Guest bedroom is dead end again. Courtyard goes up. Like it feels a bit low for dining room, but it goes to that empty space. Courtyard goes up. But since we got a shovel, I think courtyard is a good pick for some digging. And yes, there's a chest. Finally, there's a chest, so we can benefit from the sledgehammer we got at the start. Oh my! Keys. We love keys. More keys. Well, and some coin. So at least we've got that. Yep. Because the doors are gonna be locked now, but we got 7 keys, so we're good. We're good and prepared. Well. Not utility closet, it's a useful room, but this is not a good place for a utility closet. Rumpus? It uses our last gem, but Rumpus room is a room of secrets, and also it builds up, so having it multiple runs is a good one. And there's money. So we're gonna go Rumpus. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's get the coin. First business. And yeah, so this is where the arcade machine is, in the demo at least. But now the arcade machine is not here. It's like a music thing, I think. Not sure. Can't press. Another water cooler. Nope, can't press any of this. Like, I sort of know from the demo that most things are not interactable, but I'm still pressing. just in case. Nothing here. The hat. We still cannot collect the hats. Okay. Well, we know this guy. We know he will tell us our future.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand. He is looking for something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir. I see a door marked by a rogue moon. A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
Yes, cryptic future telling.
Of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
Yes, I don't really know what that fortune is supposed to be. Like, the red flag maybe has some meaning again in the, like, you know, we're BluePrince and the blue is our color and whatever, and then there's the red. Okay, well, only up from here. Can use the key. Oh, we've got, well, there's security, but we don't have a gem. We don't have a gem, and the wine cellar blocks us. And then we only have the den door. So that's interesting. We still have our 1 die, so we could redraw here, hope for better doors. Well, I guess chapel has better doors. We will lose a coin. Okay, no items here right now. We can go this way, I guess. Towards the center. Well, I guess billiard room is this. Let's do the other puzzle. And see what we get. There's a coin as well. Anything behind the bar? Nothing. Anything at the pool table? Or billiards or whatever this is supposed to be? Nothing. Nothing here. No secret messages and bottles. Okay, well, we know how to do this. I'm not gonna pretend I don't know how to do this. But I have to do maths. So, you know, that's gonna be fun. So yeah, the blue things are adding. The next thing is subtracting. So yeah, 12 minus 6, 6. Then the next thing is multiply. I'm not dumb, I'm just taking my time to find the numbers on the site. So we got 17 minus 15, so 2 times 2, 4. There we go. So the way you're supposed to know that is just the fact that there's those symbols here. And then there's like a letter you can also find that says like, oh, you don't need to know about darts, you just need to know about maths. So there we go, some keys for our collection of keys. Well, I guess bedroom it is, because we don't have gems. And then we hope that other door is gonna do something for us. Well, I guess we get more steps. Yes, so this is basically the note that's like, oh yeah, the billiard room, you know, don't have to know darts, you just have to do maths. So yes, that's basically the clue you need for that puzzle I just did. And yes, we get the 1 gem. So yeah, we're kind of good on keys and we're good on coins, but gems are not high. And randomly there's a ball, it's just stuffed in there. Okay, no new notes, no new hidden items. I think that is it. So now back through the chapel. Yeah, let's see what we can get here. Worry 6. I think security, like spend that 1 gem we just got, but security's good. And it's got a cutscene. Yes, the cutscene make it seem like we just stumbled upon some deep secret, but from the demo it was not that revealing, other than like you can sort of see that there are rooms. And he boops himself. Important. Yep. So we can see the different rooms. This is a room that, as far as I know, was not in the demo, so we can be excited to find this one. This is music, nook, vault and wine cellar. That's one of the halls, storage, spare room, and yeah, this is true. Yes, keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be likely to be locked as you progress north. So yeah, need more keys. That's the one thing that I was kind of like not sure about in the demo, like because you can mess around with the security doors, as we're gonna look at now. The keycard always felt like such an underpowered item, but I wonder if there's other use to it. Yes, so we can view the estate inventory. There is no items. We've collected everything. We're doing well. We've got the keycard system. So because we don't have it unlocked, we want the security system to be low. So we see fewer security doors. But then offline mode, we want it to unlock. So if we turn off the power, then the doors were unlocked. And that's all there is to it, really. Once you have the keycard or it turned off, changing it to high also makes sense because it means you don't need to spend keys. And then, yeah, there is login to network, but officially, if we're just going intended pace, we don't know what the password is. So it's fine. We don't need to look. We don't need to look what's in there yet. We'll have plenty time to discover that. So we have this door. So well, I was gonna say breaker box would be nice here because then we can unlock that door behind us. A mail room. That was not in the demo. This is new. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. Very interesting. But if we take the mail room, we will be stuck. That will be the last door we can open, and that will be done. But if we take the utility closet, we can unlock the security doors and we can continue. So as much as I want to see a new room, we are not going to go there now. We are going to go to the utility closet so we can unlock ourselves. Yes, because otherwise day one will be over. Don't worry, there will be time for new rooms yet. Yes, so keycards off. Back indicators, what could this mean? We're also going to leave this. But yes, gymnasium. Garage on. We're gonna leave it at that. Yes, there is also the cabinet. What could that be? It's still crossed out and it doesn't have a switch. So unsure if this will be something. Also, Kat is here to say hi. She's here to say hi to everyone. Hi, you having a good time playing BluePrince? So yeah, now that we've done that, we can go here and we can set the keycard system security to high, because that means we get a bunch of doors that are unlocked for free and don't need keys because we've disabled the security system. Isn't that nice? So yes, we can get through this door now. You won't stop me with your security. Okay, so interesting new change to this door, I guess, because obviously this door is now unpowered. In the demo, one of the things you could see when you cross those doors, those little pips at the top, they indicate the room rarity, but the door is unpowered, so I guess we are not allowed to see the rarity here. Yes, the kitty's here, can't quite see her with the zoom in cam, but she's here. She's like, I want all the pets now. I know you're busy, but I want pets. Chin scritches. Okay, we have the boudoir, we have the workshop. We don't have gems for the observatory. I think workshop. It's also quite an exciting room. There's a new thing here. This true box does not always contain the price. Ah, okay. The true box does always contain the price. Okay, this is a hint for all the people that were getting confused. The box that's true is the one with the gems, even though what it says, it might be basically saying, oh, it's in the other box. They're like, oh yeah. People are just too confused. For like the brief second, I thought they were like being like, oh, there's trick boxes, but no, they're just saying, read the rules, understand the rules, read the clues. Okay, we get the lever. Yeah. It's for something. We get the letter S. It's also for something. And we get this music sheet, a number 8. Yes, stones cut by hand and letters wrought to spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read as of 10 lost. Among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. Yes, so among the bold words, well, the bold words here is message. So, well, this is sheet 8. So need some more sheets before we know the true message. And yeah, can we combine? Do those things combine? No. So the lever, it combines with either a shovel or the sledgehammer, but you need some third item to go with it. So we do not have this combination yet. Nothing to combine for now. Well, this is our only door, so let's see. We've got dining, and that would be 8, so we can get dinner, or we've got darkroom if we want a faff. Now, usually there is something to get in the darkroom, and we're near the utility closet, so we still have 42 steps. So like we're not too worried about dinner right now. Like it's not an emergency where we need to eat. But yes, being so close to utility closet, we can get the darkroom and we can fix it. And it has the same door config, so it leaves us open. So yeah, it is off, but we're gonna go and turn it on. So that will be fixed now, and we can go see if we get any prizes. We get a key. Yes, print knows H's has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. So we have a picture of her ladyship. I just think it's Clara, the one that died. And we have this picture of an orchard that apparently is too dark to see. We have a picture of a camera. Picture of this guy taking selfies in the bathroom with his camera. How very modern of him. Blurry picture of some stuff. This guy holding a note of some sort. Close up. Another picture of this orchard. And more pictures of him taking selfies in the bathroom. More staff pictures. More staff pictures. More staff pictures. Someone was really trying to figure out how to take pictures. And this picture from the office. There's the other thing, like, that's like, is this something or is this nothing, right? Like, why is there this weird dashed line shapes inside this cupboard? Does it mean anything? Or is it just like, oh, whatever texture someone slapped on the inside of the cupboard and was like, yeah, we'll do, whatever, no one's gonna look in there and think it's a clue to a puzzle. I'm watching you, devs. Can we look at this? No, just white. That's all just white pieces of paper. Okay. Well, let's go up in the corner at the top. See what's there. Oh, the mailroom returns. So I think it's time. I think it's time. We still have a door from here, so we're not stuck. Let's go see a new room. Yes, we placed an order for a package. We just have to then find it on the next day. So we have some boxes, some envelopes. Oh, there is a letter to us. There's a letter for us. Simon P. Jones. Mantle Estate, Penn Heirs. Dad. Letter from Dad. Hey buddy, how is it going up there in that big house? I think most people will be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you're happy as a calm, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage, packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. But with all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come bring your pillowcase. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from the conversation just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do both of us a favor. Be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm just not sure how much guidance or explanation I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator dad, such a dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing dirigy blocks. Oh, it's the thing on the arcade machine. Okay, well, that was a nice letter from Dad for us. Like, you can do it, but don't think it was any secrets. Okay, there are mailboxes with keyholes, but they don't have any markings on them, so unsure if we could open. Royal Mail. Didn't know they had Royal Mail in this country. Envelopes. Oh. Utility room fuse board indicator settings. More detailed instruction will be sent by electronic mail to the address client has provided. Okay, yeah, so if you have everything green, you can press any button to activate blue. Press a blue indicator next to the red indicator to activate purple. And 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6. Okay, this was a clue that was not provided in the demo, but the other clue you need is the more important one. You can work out the rest of it. Please return our correspondence and packages addressed to Danny Ravain to sender, as he's no longer employed with our staff. Interesting. There is something scribbled here, but it's very small. Like, I cannot read that. So we may need some zooming technology to be able to figure that one out. Now, I guess this is a red memo, right? This is just a memo written in red, so it doesn't matter if it's handwritten or not, because that's not where that rules is. But yes, Danny Ravain is no longer employed here, for whatever reason. Okay, well, I guess the bigger utility of this room is gonna be we have to find it on the next day, and then we will get a package. So something to try for the next day. Obviously, like, drafting is random, so we'll see how it goes. And then we go through this door. Okay, we can get dining again, so I think that's our only option to not cut ourselves off since we don't have gems. So time for dinner. What's for dinner today? It's the lemon glazed salmon, charbroiled Cajun spiced salmon, lemon butter sauce, served with spinach leaf. But no, like, where's some potato or something? Just a fish for dinner. Well, I mean, we could have dinner now, get the 20 steps, or we can see if we can draft the aquarium for the bonus. Like, we still have 30 steps and 2 doors, so we're not desperate to eat. Oh, there's a gem for us. Cool, because we've been running on 0 gems for a long time. Let's go down first. Use the key. What we've got. We can't afford the passageway. Locksmith, I mean, we could craft a special key in the locksmith, but then money may not get us enough. Like, we're all gonna get cut off since we can't avoid the passage. So we could visit the boudoir, see what's there, and then we still have the door from the dining. Oh, and we get steps from that. We get the coin purse. Each time you collect 3 gold, you earn an additional 1 in interest. Well, towards the end of the day, probably not as useful. We got the Christmas picture with the safe, Christmas safe. And yeah, any other notes, bits, anything else? Now, yeah, the safe is down here. And I might just open the Christmas safe because I know how to open it and I'm not gonna pretend. That's the clue. You don't need any more of it. So yeah, let's crack ourselves a safe. Why not? If you don't know, don't look, but yeah, it's a Christmas safe. So the password is Christmas. And yeah, we get a gem. And there's a letter. Letter number 4. So this one is I think the interesting letter, because I think that's from our dad. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment quite as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifice as she did. But for the love of God, do you not, by the same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the causes that she forfeited everything to further? Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Yeah, so pretty sure this is a letter written by our dad, where he's like, we hate you, Herbert, we don't want to talk to you. But obviously once we're here, Dad wrote us a very encouraging letter of like, your uncle did this for you, you should be excited. So Dad is either putting on a brave face for us or he changed his mind since. But now we have 2 gems, so we should be a bit better for drafting on this last door. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if this is the end of our day. Okay, we've got gymnasium, observatory, or passage. I think passage is the best draft here in terms of doors. It's only that it's gonna use both our gems. Gymnasium still gives us a door though. But okay, it does connect to the antechamber, but obviously we've not even seen a place to unlock it. So yeah, let's just go for more doors. And yeah, we can't go in there. It is closed. It is closed from us. Okay, let's go down here. The Great Hall, 7 locked doors. Well, I think the Great Hall is actually a good choice here. So we're gonna go there. We have 4 keys, and now we're gonna play key chicken. We're gonna play key cat, please. Sorry, Cat is trying to take the microphone off the stand. Playing key chicken. And seeing if we can get a good door. Now, immediately into the trapdoor. But that means, yeah, the only things left on this side should be a reward and a pass-through. Okay, there is an upgrade disc. Yep, so we should return to security before we end so that we can get a use of that. And now we still want to try some of the doors here. Seriously, straight into the trapdoor. I think since we have 1 key left, we're gonna go see if this door's locked so that we're not completely trapped ourselves. Yeah, it is locked, okay. We're gonna open this one instead of playing in the Great Hall. And what are we gonna get? We're gonna get the gymnasium. I turn it off anyway, so steps are not a problem. And we get the car keys. We get the car keys, but they're not gonna help us because we're not gonna get the car. Hoople. Can't take a ball and throw it. Okay, nothing on the floor here. So we can open this door. This door needs no keys. Okay, so we have the conference room, so we can magnet items, and we have the Eastwing Hall. I guess the conference room's fine. Oh, there is a new clue. Okay, that's just about spreading. Yes, spread items. When items are spread, they are immediately placed in several of the rooms currently in the estate. Yes, if you have conference room, the spread items go here. No funny fonts on this one. Just empty notebooks. Empty notebooks. Yes, there's a red memo. Safe code 9083. But the red memos are lies. Yes, after a meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Well, we don't have the office to look. Okay, we have doors, but they might be locked. They're not locked. Well, well. It's our friend the furnace, or it's the maid's chamber. We can't afford the kitchen because no gems. I don't want the furnace. Although we drafted quite a few red rooms, so I think the main red room that I know of that's remaining is the weight room, which is a pretty punishing one. So mage chamber, I mean less items. That's also not great. But that means we get to put a room here. Like, we're kind of running on fumes now, right? Like, no keys, no gems, a few coins, so I guess maid's chamber. Let's see if we can get another room that's good. Over there. Can look through the window. It's dirty. Someone should clean up the window. There is this statue of a maid angel. And there's a picture of I guess the staff at the estate that also don't remember that being in the demo. And yes, there is this here. The day we are dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instruction left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Yes, so no one's supposed to be here while we're here. More hats that we can't collect. This is locked, okay. Is this locked? Yes, okay, well. This might be the end for us then, but we're gonna go to security because we have an upgrade disc, so we don't want to waste that. This is locked? Yes. Well, I mean, for day one, this was not a bad run. Let's eat the fish then anyway. We don't need it. I guess we're gonna also go out and explore outside. So have the dinner, go to security to do our upgrade, and yeah, then go outside just to look around. We don't have anything that combines, right? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Nope, none of those things combine. Not that would probably be very useful right now. Okay, upgrade then. What's our first room upgrade going to be? Courtyard. Well, I do have a favorite courtyard upgrade. Yes, permanent upgrade. Yes, I do like the courtyard, but I mean, 2 gems would also be nice. 5 dig spots. 5 dig spot is obviously situational because we need to have a shovel. Yes, like in the demo, the courtyard was my preference because, you know, less keys, faffing with and stuff like that. But maybe try something new. Maybe try the 5 dig spots, you know, do a little gambling with our dig spots. The upgrade is permanent, but so I don't know if that's gonna be in the full game or, I mean, it's probably gonna be because it was in the demo. So in the demo, eventually, if you collected a lot of upgrade disc, it would start to give you the same room, and you could change the upgrade. So yeah, you can change it, I guess, if you've got a lot of upgrade discs. So it's permanent for the run, but possibly not entirely, because you can randomly you may get a chance to change it. Okay, well, we're gonna run outside. We have the steps. And we're gonna see if there's anything new for us outside. Yeah, via the den and the west wing and the room here. But yes, for a day 1 run, this was not too bad. Like, yeah, we got stuck on no keys, but you know, I've had worse day 1s, so much worse. Now, one of the unknown mysteries from the demo is we can make a wish in here with a coin. We don't know what that does. Does it make us lucky? Does it grant us something? We'll see. There's this gate, but it's locked because we didn't go outside the other way. We can go down here. Yes, the arcade machine is in the commissary now, and it's gone from the rumpus room. So I wonder if that has any meaning. Like, can you play the arcade machine if you turn the power on? And there are those no tunnels in the cliff. What will that be about? Who knows? And there's also a lot of bird baths. There's at least a few bird baths around. So who knows? Maybe those are secrets. There's the dark tunnel we can't do anything about because it's dark. But you know, remember that for later. And there's the other area that we can go into. Oh, there are birds. We scared them, but yes, there were actually birds in the bird bath. There's also a shadow of a bird. Are the birds important? Do we need to know about them? This is locked. Another bird bath. Here's our camp. Here's the mysterious orchard. Needs a code. We need to collect the code before we start doing this. And yeah, here's our dinner that we're cooking for ourselves. And this locked door. So I think there's nothing particularly new here, right? This is locked. Yes, can't open this. So yes, the only new thing seemed to be that there were now birds in the bird bath that we scared off. And now they're not there anymore. Okay, well, I think it's for the first time to call it a day, unless anyone has any particular ideas. But yeah, not a bad first day. We got one new room, so hopefully we can get the mail room again on the second day and get our mysterious package. And we got one upgrade. Time to call it a day and see what awaits us in day 2. Going to sleep. It's the Red Inn, because we have red rooms and bedrooms. still no indication how many days we're gonna have. But yeah, time to go to day 2.